With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Our pre-race evocation brought to you by Jason Powell. Jason.
Thank you, Lord, for this day that you've given us, all the many blessings that you allow us to do. We ask you to watch over us, guide us, help us to see and do your will, keep us happy together. And we ask you, if there's one that don't know you, we ask you to beckon on their heart, help us to be a light for those that want to know more about you and be a guide. And we want to ask a special blessing upon all those that's in the race, all those that are watching our broadcast and admin team. We We truly thank you for the things that you allow us to do. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you very much, Jason, for that pre-race evocation. It's good to have you back as a part of the Blazing Pedals, even if not as a driver.
Absolutely. I'm glad to be back with you guys.
All right, buddy. Sit back and enjoy as we are here live at Pocono, right here live on the Turn 3 Racing Network. A good thank you once again to Jason Powell for coming on up and giving us that evocation. My name is Chris. With me, as always, my good friend, Rick Hammond Jr. Rick, how are you today, brother?
We're at our track, brother. I mean, this is one of the reasons why we're called the Turn 3 Racing Network, bro. I mean, what turn 4? Doing good. How you doing?
Doing great, man. You're absolutely right. What turn 4 indeed. And we're going to see how these guys are able to handle all 3 corners here tonight. Well, I should say guys and gal, as Amanda Sherman right there in the middle of this little pit party, getting ready for the race ahead. And speaking of the race ahead, let's take a look at it. Of course, we are here at the Tri-Oval of Pocono. 2.5 miles is the distance around this track. 90 laps is the distance of the race. Stage racing at the end of lap number 21. It's going to be the first scheduled caution flag at the end of lap number 42. It'll be the end of stage 2. And then it's a race to lap number 90. And it is going to be some kind of fast around here tonight. I've been watching in practice, Rick. I know you have too. These guys have been pretty darn quick around this track.
Yeah, drivers aren't doing too bad at all, Chris. Right now, pretty much, I mean, it's just practice, so a lot of things can change, but 54.43 is the best lap time of the leader of the, I can't talk tonight, Chris, on the scoreboard, Derek Paulson in his number 6 machine. So, and everybody's pretty much right there. So good, close racing. It's going to be a good time here tonight.
28 drivers looking to take the start here tonight. A couple of drivers a little bit late to the party here. James Miller, one of those drivers, just barely got into the service, so give him a few minutes to warm up a little bit. 54.427, the quick time around here for Derek Paulson in that Marielle paint scheme. And man, I'm looking for a lot out of these guys here tonight, and it should be pretty easy to deliver. This is a very wide track, so if something happens, usually you wash out of the way of the lane, but well, that's usually.
And it's really going to come down to how close the cars are behind you, following you, Chris. If you do make a mistake, but definitely enough room out there to get out of the way. This is a fun track. I mean, each corner is modeled a little different from all the others, and but it's really fun to race here.
Well, that's one of the things that I can't wait to watch. Is each corner is different, so you really have to kind of figure out each individual corner. But more importantly, you can't forget where you are on track. You forget that, you're going to forget your line, and if you do that, you're in trouble.
Yeah, that's very true.
Michael Falk out there, MF Racing Designs, saying, hey, I tested out the setup last night. It's nice. You know what else is nice? A paint job from MF Racing Designs. Make sure to check it out. It's about 3/4 or more of the cars on track here tonight have the MF Racing Design logo, including the 88 on the outside. Actually, the 3 cars to the outside all have the MF Racing Designs somewhere on them. Of course, let's not forget about the other sponsors here at Blazing Pedals. Butt Kicker, which is something I have to look into getting. Butt Kicker, head on over there, use promo code BLAZING and receive 20% off. And of course, TRJKarting.com. Make sure you check them out, guys. TRJKarting.com, the series sponsor here for the last several seasons. And tell Tim we sent you over. Tim, great guy. Support that small business. If you don't do kart racing, well, that's fine. I'm pretty sure you wear a shirt. He's got shirts. He's got gloves. He's got racing shoes. He's got all kinds of things. Go check him out over at TRJKarting.com.
I think it's time for me to order a driver's seat, Chris.
Well, I can't believe you haven't done it yet.
I know.
I'm going to be giving Tim some business here in a little bit.
Let me tell you, my Alpine shoes, Chris, that I have are so comfortable on my pedals. They feel good. My gloves are great. I love my gloves. They help protect the finish on my wheel. And of course, you know, I mean, I'm always wearing my TRJ Karting t-shirts and my sweatshirt. My sweatshirt's actually packed, getting ready for camping in New Hampshire in a couple weeks. Got to have that. Stay warm on those cold nights.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's take a look in, Rick, on our live drivers, because if I don't do it now, I'll probably forget about it. Up top first, it's the Soul Stealer, the 17 of Brian D's, the 41, last season's champion, is next on the live driver list. That's Dalton Kilrow. Ian Habiak looking real good. It's the best I've seen him look all night. Newcomer to the live drivers, it's Jamie Walker, driver of the number 88. John Perkins, driver of the 33. Similar looks to Ian Habiak right now. Imagine that. This next one, Rick, is the one that got me laughing a little bit. It's the Shermans along with Dale Sr.
Dale Sr., see, there's been a conspiracy that Dale Sr. didn't actually die. He just stepped away from NASCAR because he knew how shitty he was turning. And I think we found him in New York. He's hanging out with the Shermans, man.
Yeah, it looks that way. We got TBB, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, driver of the number 10. And, well, Terry Foster is...
Terry Foster is actually on camera. I think he's going to cut his sleeves off because he says that he's terrible at this track. And Aaron Bockover said, well, it's because you have the wrong number on your car. So Terry reached out to Savage Edge. Now, of course, Savage Edge Graphics been a little busy there with Dale Sr. Making his new home there. So Terry made a custom shirt himself. But I think what he's doing is he went out to his truck to get his taffy because he forgot the taffy.
It's very possible. All right, well, just a little bit more time left in this practice, about 14 minutes, and then it's going to be qualifying time.
And I mean, since we have a second, I got to say too, folks, if you need any kind of custom t-shirts, if you need any kind of custom vinyl graphics done, anything like that, banners, you name it, make sure to check out savageedge.com. The Shermans are fantastic. There's actually, I have a custom-made shirt, not really custom-made shirt, but it should be custom in a way. Coming, and it should be here on Tuesday. Fast shipping. I ordered it. What was it? It was Friday, actually. I ordered it, and it's already in the mail on its way here. So, thank you to the Shermans for shipping that out quickly. I can't wait.
This is something I didn't know about.
Yes. You know, I have a checkered past. I have a lot of wins at New Hampshire, and I needed to. I mean, the reason why we're going to camping in New Hampshire is because of all the wins that I've gotten on iRacing the last couple of weeks in the ARCA and in the truck series. That New Hampshire governor has reached out to me and said, "We're giving you a free week vacation, so come on down."
Wow.
I couldn't turn it down. But anything that you want, I mean, and also I got news. I don't know if I'm allowed to really say this, but they have another new piece of machinery now. We learned about a month or so ago that they got a new t-shirt machine, and the work on it that it does is fabulous. I mean, I'm very excited about that. But there is a new piece of equipment at Savage Edge. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to break it out, but I'm hoping this means that hats may be coming soon. And if that happens, Chris, you know me better than anybody else around here, and I kind of have a hat fetish. And having a company so close to me that I know does good work, that can do custom embroidery hats, is probably, well, the Shermanators are going to be rich. Let's just say that.
Yeah. I could actually use a new hat myself.
I'm just saying it's a work in progress, but the progress I've seen, and when he gets the hat attachment, it's going to be dangerous. I'm just saying.
Huh. Well, speaking of work in progress, there's Joshua Rutherford in the work in progress number 55. I tie things together.
You do?
More than shoelaces.
Bro, we put Velcro on your work boots, remember?
Oh shoot, man.
It's okay. I know. It's okay. But no, you do a good job with that. And, you know, speaking of the Rutherfords, a couple weeks ago, they were on TNA Motorsports Shop Talk, which anybody can find and hang out with everybody pretty much here from the Blazing Pedals and some other folks every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just go to Facebook, search TNA Motorsports, give them a follow, a like, and like I said, every Monday night they recap Sunday night's race and have a lot of fun. Last week was Jamie Walker. It was kind of cool to see Jamie. Not exactly what I pictured Jamie Walker to look like. I don't want to piss him off because he looks like he could kill me with just a look. He scares me more than the Soul Stealer. That's all I'm saying. But you know, we gotta come up with a nickname for Walker so we can get him a custom shirt. But anyway, I mean, I think he's an ex-WWE wrestler or something.
Wow.
But yeah, but the Rutherfords were there a couple weeks ago, and you know, I like watching Shop Talk because I learn more about all the drivers that we've been broadcasting for the last 4 or 5 seasons, Chris, and it's pretty cool and it's a lot of fun. So make sure to check that out if you have a Facebook account. And while you're there, make sure again, like Chris alluded to just a little while ago now, the Checker Flag's running, but check out MF Racing Designs there also on Facebook.
Yeah, definitely make sure you check out all of the sponsors here, guys. It's what makes this little thing click, and it's not so little anymore. You know, consistently having about 30 drivers is pretty awesome.
And you'll hear the commercial later because Chris likes playing it, and I love it when he plays it because Cody Early did a fabulous job, one of our broadcasters here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. But make sure to check out TRJ Karting over there on Facebook also, and you can see all the real life racers that he supports, man. It's just awesome.
Yeah, a few drivers are stepping out onto the track for the first time here under qualifying conditions, and up first, Corey Rutherford in the 5 car.
At a Mullet Music Productions, number 5. I love that he keeps this car pretty much for the whole season.
Yeah, he doesn't really stray. I mean,
no. I mean, why would you, man? It's great.
It is. Oh, little loose. As the rear end comes around, he gathers it back up and able to keep going. This is just the warm-up lap, so no big loss there. We'll switch on over to Amanda Sherman. She's also in her warm-up lap. And cross to the start-finish line. This one's live. So let's see what Amanda Sherman can do along with a few others. Philip Van Vliet is out there. Van Vliet driving that Kool-Aid, number 89. Getting ready to cross the start-finish line. Amanda's husband, Corey. He's out there. Joshua Rutherford out there. Joshua Sexton out there in the 51. Matt Hackathorn. A lot of drivers out there right now, including last week's winner, Jamie Walker.
And correct me if I'm wrong, you told us that he wasn't too thrilled about Pocono. Am I remembering that correctly?
I don't remember. It's something. We'll see. That's just how he is. He'll say, I don't like a track, and then win. But right now, he's not looking like he's going to do a qualifying run.
Yeah, he shut it down there. He looked like he was having a good run. Well, right now, Josh Klinger just got knocked off the pole by Corey Sherman. And actually, it really not knocked off the pole, Chris. Look at the top 3 times right now. Corey Sherman sitting on the pole with a 55.05. Josh Klinger has that same time. Joshua Rutherford is sitting there in third with a 55.08. Very, very close.
Yeah. Tie for the pole right now between Sherman and Klinger. Sherman going to try and get a little bit more speed out of that number 3 along with Klinger. It's going to be interesting to see how this one lines up. Klinger's second lap a little bit slower, a 55.11. And Corey Sherman's second lap is going to click off at a 55.22. So those two remain tied for the top spot here in qualifying. Joshua Rutherford just finishing up. He sits in third spot. David Seats has one more corner to go, and then that long front stretch. Letting it all hang out there is the 14. He crosses over, bumps Joshua Rutherford out of third. So Dave Seats now up into that third spot. Rutherford fourth, Sexton Hamlin fifth and sixth. Matt Hackathorn, the driver on your screen right now, being shown in seventh quickest. Yeah, check that. Rick Thompson just took that one over. Ooh, Matt Hackathorn with a great second lap all the way up to the pole. And Walker comes back in. He says, I'll take that. Thank you very much. Whoa, the 84 just did something weird there. Wow. Mr. Taffy. He still has sleeves, Rick.
He does.
In the second lap.
He
Probably
went out
going to be
get,
slow.
He went out to get more taffy. That's what it was.
That second lap's probably going to be slow if he's got sleeves. I'm just saying. Wind resistance there is way higher than it should be. How about that? Taylor Butcher Benjamin coming up second spot here so far, and he's working his second lap. Terry Foster is 11th after 2. John Perkins out on track, just finishing up. He runs 14th quickest. Philip Van Vliet's been out there for 2 laps, but doesn't have a score. He's been having some issues here during qualifying. So no time recorded yet. And it looks like he may be just bringing it in. Nick Okie out on track. He's in his warm-up lap.
I couldn't even see him out there, Chris. I'm surprised you did. You must have seen that 9 just flying around.
Yeah, the
again.
9. Yeah, the 9 gave him away. Ian Habiak after his first lap, 9th quickest. Jordan McAvoy in the 66, 6th quickest. McAvoy about ready to finish his second lap.
I'm not going to lie right now, but Terry Foster, who will race for Taffy, just stuck another piece in his mouth. He's geared up to do something crazy tonight, let me tell you.
And Jordan McAvoy's second lap, no quicker, actually forced down to 7th as Ty Morosco comes out of nowhere, takes over third spot from Matt Hackathorn. We switch over to Ian Habiak, who's getting ready to finish up his second lap. And Habiak crosses the start finish line. Big move up to 4th. Aaron Bockover out on track. Bockover trying to get this one done.
He is so fast, man.
Coming in turn number 3 is Aaron Bockover. And he's going to cross the stripes. He was 12th. And he remains 12th. Actually goes down to 13th as Dalton Kilroe crosses the line. Takes second away from Taylor Butcher Benjamin. So a few big names haven't come out to play yet. But one of them is in his first lap. It's the Soul Stealer, Brian Dees. The Marvel Studios Chevy Camaro out on track for lap number 1. And Dee's taking a slightly different approach to the track here in this first lap. He's out of turn 1. Looks like D's may be the last driver that's going to attempt a qualifying here. Looks like Randy McAvoy, Phil Van Vliet, Matt Grunberg, and Sam Baumgarten all going to nix qualifying tonight.
That's something that we normally see out of Grunberg, but surprise Sam, you know. Whoa, Brian D's 4th.
Wow, big jump out of Brian D's. So he was running a little different in that first lap, but I think that was just to get the momentum up and get the tires warmed up. It worked out for the 17, 4th quickest here in qualifying. All right, we just got a moment to go before we get to the grid. We're going to step away for a word from Butt Kicker.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
All right, for the 18th time this season, let's go ahead and take a look at our starting grid. Starting on the pole tonight, it's going to be the number 88 with a 54.780. It is going to be Jamie Walker. Starting to his outside, it's going to be last season's champion out of 5 Kings Motorsports. It's the 41 of Dalton Kilroe. Starting in 3rd spot tonight, it's going to be the 10 of Taylor Butcher Benjamin. And to his outside out of S&M Motorsports, it's the 17 of Brian Dees. The 1 of Tom Orozco and S&M Motorsports is going to start in the 5th spot. To his outside, the TRJ Karting.com number 16, driven by Ian Habiak. Starting in the 7th spot tonight, out of MFRD Racing, it is the 6 of Derek Paulson. And to his outside, starting in 8th tonight, it's going to be Ram Racing's number 84, Matt Hackathorn. Corey Sherman from TNA Motorsports going to start his number 3 in the 9th spot. And to his outside, the Oceanside Cleaners Racing number 20 of Josh Klinger. Starting in 11th tonight, Team AV Plus, it's the 66 of Jordan McAvoy. To his outside, Limitless Motorsports Zone number 14 of David Seats. Starting in the 13th spot, it's going to be the Work in Progress Racing number 55 of Joshua Rutherford. And to his outside, out of TNA Motorsports, the 44 of Aaron Bockover. Next row is going to start with the 5 Kings Motorsports number 51, Joshua Sexton in his 15. And Rick, starting in 16th spot tonight, the 28 out of Limitless Motorsports, Mike Hamlin.
And in 17th position is going to be the 76 of Rick Thompson on his outside. It's going to be the 9 of Nick Okie. Terry, the Taffy Man Foster, starts his number 86 in 19th position. Tanner Marr and his 4 are going to be starting in 20th. The 5 machine of Corey Rutherford going to be starting in 21st, with the 8 of Amanda Sherman in 22nd. Don Perkins, number 33, he's going to be starting in 23rd position. And next to him is going to be the 09 of James Miller in 24th. Matt Grunberg is going to be starting his 54 in 25th position, with the 89 of Philip Van Vliet in 26th. Sam Baumgarten got that 53 qualified. Well, he didn't even qualify, so he's going to be starting in 27th. And last, and bringing up that shotgun, is going to be the 61 of Randy McAvoy in 28th.
There you go, 28 drivers to start this event. Pace car lights are off. All the drivers were announced. Thank you very much, Aaron. Aaron was giving me a little crap last week, Rick, because we didn't get through them.
You know, he did. He gave me some crap too, and you were doing really good, Chris. And then you kind of strayed off a little bit, but we got it, buddy. I listened to Bockover too because I think he's next cop, and I don't know. He's got the tattoos and the no sleeves. I'm scared.
Pace cars off. We go under green for the first time live here tonight from Pocono. Jamie Walker has the inside. The 41 going to try and stay there, but the 10 of Taylor Butcher Benjamin right on the back bumper of the 88. We're getting ready for turn number 1, the very first time here tonight. And it is the 88, 10, and 41 bringing up the front. Here comes the 17 from the outside. It's Brian Dees. Dees trying to take up a spot from Timer Roscoe.
He's now working on that inside lane of the 41 of Dalton Kilroe, Chris, to try to take over third position. And it looks like he's going to do it. Timer Roscoe's still down there, trying to see what Dees does. He's going to try it too. Ian Habiak under attack right now by the 6 of Derek Paulson. Habiak sitting there in 6th position right now. Might be following at least one, but he's got to be careful because the Shermanator, that's Corey Sherman in that 3, in 8th place, right behind him and coming in quick.
Yep. The 16 of Ian Habiak outside. The 6 taking a look on the inside. Derek Paulson trying to get there. Not going to be able to do it this time. Gets in behind him. Good drafting capabilities here down that long front stretch. And that's exactly what he did because he pulls down heading into turn 1. Derek Paulson looking for a spot early on in this race. Out of turn number 1, now another stretch. And Paulson trying to use the power of the Mustang. It's Mustang versus Mustang. Heading into turn number 2. And Derek Paulson on the inside. Looks like he may have it by just an inch. And then the kid on the outside pushes back. We go under yellow. Big time problems way out back. And it's going to start with Amanda Sherman. Oh boy. 2 laps in under caution.
Started with a 28, but 28
oh,
like
28? All right. Well, let's go back and take the 28's Mike Hamlin. Oh, Hamlin gets together with the 55. He goes around. Oh, the 4 gets in. Oh, my goodness. Well, that's not how you want to start this one.
Now 3 laps in, Tanner Marr, he's looking like a modified out there.
All right, let's go back and do this again. Amanda Sherman. She got it from behind. She didn't see anything.
That's what she said.
Oh, yeah. Darn grid music was still on. I just shut that off. Well, very early on, and we've got several very damaged cars on pit road.
And really, it looks like the 28 and the 4 really are the ones that got it the worst.
And it looks like we might be suffering some buffering going on tonight. I'm going to opt out of the live cameras view. See if that helps out at all. Maybe on YouTube's side. We'll see. Well, some drivers coming down pit road opting to try and take a pit stop here early on in this one.
And we might have actually missed a little something, Chris. Actually, it started with the 55 of Rutherford. He is going to be getting the EOL penalty out of that.
Yeah, I caught that. Looked like he got into the side of Mike Hamlin in the 28. Let's go back and take a look one more time. The 55 lets it slide up. And into the 28 he goes, and that causes problems for Tanner Marr, Amanda Sherman, and Corey Rutherford. So, Early caution here at Pocono. Yeah, it should be better now, Michael. I don't know what was going on there, but looks like everything is smoothed out. Should be good. Let me
Yeah,
know
honestly.
if it isn't, because
Well, I was going to say something to you, but I thought it was just me because for some reason it automatically put it at 480p. So once I put it up to 1080p, everything cleared up for me.
yeah, that's something that YouTube has started doing, and I don't know why. Make sure you are on 1080p. My dog is super excited that we're at Pocono.
He's telling mom right now, put it to 1080p. That's what he's doing.
Well, excited dog or not, here we are. Pace car lights are off one more time around this big track, and we're going to go back under the green flag. It does look like everything is cleared up on the YouTube side, so should be good to go for the rest of the night here. It happens from time to time, Michael. Two-and-a-half-mile track, 3 corners, each one of them different. Is putting on a show here tonight already. Caution coming out into lap number 2. So we have officially run more laps of this race under caution than we have under green so far. Michael, I always want to know, bud. If the quality isn't good, I want to know, because maybe there's something I can do tonight. Just so happens there was something. I just had to get rid of the live drivers tonight. Pace car's off. We go back under green. Jamie Walker with a good restart here. Corey Sherman right behind him. Corey Sherman up 7 already in this race. To the second position, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Ian Habiak round out the top 4. Jordan McAvoy rounds out number 5. Cannon Marr having a problem out there. Looks like we're going to stay under the green flag this time.
Ooh, yeah, the engine has expired in the 4, Chris. The Ford Toyota Supra is out for tonight. That's going to be a good time. Michael Bach just reminded me that, yes, Michael Bach and Tanner Marr are going to be on Shop Talk tomorrow night on TNA Motorsports on Facebook, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Going to learn a little bit about Bot Kings, I have a feeling.
Jamie Walker leads the way here. Lap number 7 of 90.
Ooh, big blink out of Walker here.
And Walker doing what he does best. He's starting to put a little bit of space between himself and Corey Sherman. And Rick, I don't know if you noticed, and maybe you did, but Jamie Walker hanging out with TNA again this week.
He is. I mean, that makes me nervous, you know. I was looking for a spot, but he might take it. I don't know. I can't beat Jamie Walker. There's no way. Even if he raced blindfold.
Well, you could always become a member of like 5 Kings or Speed Mafia or Limitless Motorsports. I mean, really the sky's the limit around here.
Well, the good news is, though, Chris, is I do have a sponsor on the side of my car. It's Savage Edge Graphics. Like, I could always just do Savage Edge Racing or Savage Racing. Well, it's there. It's all good. Being on track with the quality drivers that they have here at Blazing Pedals is enough for me.
Checking in on Jordan McAvoy. He's up 6 spots into the top 5, running 5th place. Right behind Ian Habiak. The story behind him, though, 2 biggest movers of the race. James Miller up 16. Right behind him, the 53 of Sam Baumgarten.
Yeah, I'm so glad Jamie got his gremlins figured out in his system there. He's coming back in style too, let me tell you.
Last season's champion, Dalton Kilrow, not starting off the way he would have liked, Rick. He's down 8 spots, still in the top 10, running 10th.
Well, he could be further up in the field, Chris, if he wasn't saving fuel already. I'm just saying.
That's true. I didn't think about that, but you're absolutely right. Back up towards the front, Jamie Walker continues to lead the way. Corey Sherman has a mirror full of Taylor Butcher Benjamin. Will the Butcher give a little pop to Corey Sherman? Get the competition out of the way.
In more ways than one?
Oh, I was, of course, alluding to on track, but the same could be said off track. Ian Habiak doing a fine job here tonight. He's up 2 spots into that 4th place. And it is Jordan McAvoy, Matt Hackathorn, and here comes Aaron Backover up 7 spots. But James Miller gonna put him back in his place a little bit, I think. James Miller on the inside, gonna try and take a 1 spot from the 44. He does. Miller came to race tonight. He is fast tonight.
Talk about the hurricane there in the 16, Chris. Ian Habiak in the TRJ Karting Ford Mustang. And, you know, 2nd week in a row, he's had a really good qualifying and a really good, start to the race, man. It's good to see. I mean, we've been watching Ian grow for quite a while. Each season he just gets better and better and better. And I think he's really getting the hang of these Xfinity cars.
Yeah, he's due.
He is due.
And each week he's doing it without Tim. There's a week he's gaining more confidence. Tim, normally his spotter, his dad, usually sitting right in the same room, spotting out for him. Because of some other sport, though. Hasn't been there for a little while. Okay.
I'm thinking...
We call it a sport, but it's bowling. I mean,
it's bowling. Well, he's got his Hammer Cards hat on right now. I mean, I know you can't see the live cams, Chris, but I can. And he's got the bubble gum. He's chewing the bubble gum. And I think he changed spotters. I mean, NASCAR does this all the time. When 2 people just don't click. I've been seeing Ian's younger brother, Ethan, in the room with him every now and then. And I think Ian finally smartened up and got his little brother to spot for him. Faster reflexes, younger, got the stamina to go to long races. I think that was a good move by Habiak. I'm not saying anything, Tim, but each time you go out of Ian's room to make another hot toddy, the boy needs you.
Yeah, good battle going on right now for the 7th spot. Sam Baumgarten taking a peek on the inside of the 44, Aaron Backover. Backover on the outside, able to hold on to it, and he brings Dalton Kilrow along for the ride. So Kilrow up 1, Baumgarten down 1. Here comes the 20. Yeah, the 20 slingshotting out behind the 66, down to the inside of the track. He's going to take a spot away from Sam Baumgarten. Baumgarten back down to 10th. Now working his way back on the outside. He takes it back, but only by a nose. And that front clip trying to be enough at the line it was.
Last season's rival still racing pretty hard right now. That's the 44 and the 41, Chris. Whoa, the 20 just cut up in front of Brian Dees. Don't do that too much, Klinger. He will take your soul.
Oh, 66 doing it right. He got up behind the 17 for just a moment, enough to get the draft going. Then pulls it back down. And joining that group, the 54, Matt Gruenberg. Seven more laps before we're scheduled for a caution. We've already had one on lap number 2. We've got somebody coming down pit road right now. Sam Baumgarten bringing it down.
Of course, during that first caution, Chris, about half of the field came down. A couple of them didn't have a choice. They were involved in the accident there that was started by the 55. But, you know, pretty much when I counted, half the field came down pit road for one reason or another. And, you know, everybody obviously took fuel. I think it was smart on a lot of drivers' parts on doing that. And now I think we're going to be starting to see some more green flag pit stops as the 86 Harry the Taffy Foster just called that he is going to be fitting in. Right now, the Taffy man, he is in 17th position.
So the 88 continues to lead the way. Corey Sherman in the 3, right behind him, along with Taylor Butcher Benjamin. That's your top 3, and has been for a good portion of this first stage. The 84 Matt Hackathorn hanging out in the 4th spot. And James Miller up 19 spots in 16 laps to put himself in top 5, 5th place. Don Kilroe had fallen back quite a ways, but now starting to march back up towards the front is the 41 and last season's champion. He was just able to get around Ian Habiuk, and he's putting some room between him and the driver of the 16.
I told you. I mean, if he goes and doesn't save fuel, Chris, the car's fast. And we're getting ever closer to the end of stage number 1. We're on lap 17 of 90 right now. The end of stage 1 is going to end at the end of lap number 21. We'll see if Walker and the Shermanator and Butcher and Hackathorn and Miller, they haven't come down pit road. Yeah, that's the top 5 right now. Hopefully they have enough to make it all the way. Sure they do. They know what they're doing.
I'll hop into the cockpit of our race leader and see what's going on out of the 88's viewpoint. Jamie Walker, last week's winner, trying to repeat. Really put a stamp on the fact that he's back. And he's going to come down pit road. That's going to give the race lead over to Corey Sherman. Oh, man. You can almost feel that head getting bigger already, can't you, Rick? Corey Sherman, your race leader.
Don't talk about it right now.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
jinx it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I won't. Corey Sherman being followed by Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Matt Hackathorn up to 3rd, Miller in 4th, and Dalton Kilroe to 5th. Of course, all that because our race leader came down pit road.
The good news is we got some cloud coverage happening here in the Pocono Mountains, Chris. I don't know if you've noticed that, but during qualifying, the track temperature was about 105 degrees. Right now, it is cooling off down to 99 degrees. That air temperature is sitting at 79, so a comfortable night of racing. And that track cooling down is definitely going to help.
I just wish my house would cool down like that.
It would be nice, wouldn't it?
Well, Corey Sherman staying out there. Is he going to try and make it around this big track? Boy, if he doesn't make it, that's a big, big gamble. He must think he's got enough fuel, Rick, because he is not going to come down this time either, I don't believe.
That's going to be interesting to see as he hits into turn 3 right now, Chris. And
oh, he does.
he's coming down.
And guess who didn't? You don't have to guess. It's the 41, Dalton Kilrow. Dalton Kilrow doing it again with fuel.
As long as Dalton was able to save enough there, Chris. I mean, I'm sure that's what he's doing. I didn't check in his cockpit or anything to see what the 41 was doing, but that was just my guess. He was just taking it easy. We know that Dalton, he's the captain of that. He's very good at saving his equipment, saving fuel. I mean, the Shermanator came down just at the nick of time because once the leaders crossed that start-finish line, that was the closing of pit road due to stage 1 coming. So.
After this time by, it'll be one more lap to go. And the 41 must know that he can make it. One more lap before that caution comes out. Oh, Rick, he was one of those drivers that came down way back on lap 3, though, so he is going to have enough.
The same with Josh Klinger there in the 20, who's at the 54. Matt Grunberg taking a peek on the inside. Last time I'm looking, Grunberg was down, it looks like on lap 4, so plenty of fuel there for the 54 also. And Derek Paulson, David Seitz, Nick Okie, Joshua Sexton.
So it was a real bummer for a lot of drivers way back on lap 2. Going to work out really well here for Dalton Kilrow in this first stage, as he is going to lock it up. And the yellow's going to fly. Dalton Kilrow, winner of stage number 1. Congratulations to the Daddy-O's, F Cancer, Michael Falk Racing Designs number 41, driven by Dalton Kilrow, for winning stage number 1. And he must have been close, Rick, because he just shut it down. He shut it down heading into a corner. He's got to catch the pace car and then be ready to come down pit road. Sometimes catching the pace car is harder to do than you would think.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Well, here we are in the middle of turn 1. And there's that pace car. So Kilrow, Klinger, Grunberg, Paulson, and Seitz, your top 5 at the end of stage number 1. They're going to do some pit stops, and so are we. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into the Turn 3 Racing Network. We'll be right back right after this.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
And we're back live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We're at Pocono. And the field has changed just a little bit.
Yeah, that has. Corey Sherman is the leader right now. James Miller in second. Brian Dees third. Ian Habiak, Ty Morosco. Got his number one back where he started this race here in fifth position. Aaron Bockover, Matt Grunberg, Jordan McAvoy, Nick Okie. Derek Paulson rounding out that top 10. Terry to Taffy Foster. Randy McAvoy, Dalton Kilbro out there. He's in the pit, so I'm going to stop right there because I'm not sure how it's all going to work, but the lights are off on the pace car. As they sit there coming out of turn one down that nice long, you can't really call it the backstretch. Now we can go back through a little bit. So Derek Paulson in 10th, Terry to Taffy Foster in 11th, Randy McAvoy in 61 and 12th. Dalton Kilbro comes out in 13th position after winning stage number 1. David Seats in his Autism Speaks number 14, St. Jude's Hospital Machine in 14th. Rick Thompson. If you have Instagram, make sure you check out Rick Thompson's site, where_2 next. Of course, Thompson is back home. You got Josh Klinger in his 20 and 16th position. Jamie Walker came out in 17th position. Josh was Sexton got the 51 and 18th position. John Perkins, number 33 and 19th. Sam Baumgarten in 20th. Then it's Taylor the Butcher, Benjamin, Joshua Rutherford, Philip Van Vliet, Corey Rutherford, and Matt Hackathorn. That is the 25th position. And we're back under green as the pace car takes off. And the Shermanator gets a really, really good restart here. James Miller is getting a little pressure from the inside of the 17, the Soul Stealer, Brian Dees. Right now, the 17 has it there on the inside lane, but for how long? James Miller's 9 looking pretty good. On the outside, Ty Morosco right behind them, trying to figure out what's going on, but they got to be careful. He's got to be careful because Ian Habiak in his 16 TRJ Karting Ford Mustang is right there. And here comes Aaron Bach over in the 44 Budweiser TNA machine. We're going to see what Aaron Bockover can do to Ian Habiak on the inside.
Yeah, Bockover dropping down to the inside, trying to take one away from young Ian. And in turn 3, they come out side by side. Ian Habiak takes it back on the outside lane, and here comes Grunberg.
And now we got a battle for the lead. Chris James Miller in the 09 Tim Hortons machine on the inside of the Shermanators number 3. As they head into turn number 1, James Miller going to be able to clear easily here. But Corey Sherman fighting back hard on the outside. We'll see where Brian Dees and Ty Morosco decide to go. Right now, they move up a lane. Got to give a little push there, I think, if you can get up to Corey Sherman.
Yeah, Corey was using the momentum from the outside through turn number 1 and gave him the lead back on the stretch between 1 and 2. But now the 09 takes it away again, and on the bottom side, it's Brian Dees looking for second.
Yeah, Brian Dees really working that inside lane to see if he can get by the Shermanator. Right now, Ty Morosco is, I thought for a minute he's going to try to split them up and we're going to see some 3-wide, but not yet. The Shermanator hangs on to second position. Ty Morosco makes a very hard move there on the outside, Chris, of his number 1. Butt kicker MF Racing Designs machine. He's going to take over third position, and the Shermanator now battling that inside lane with the 09 of James Miller for the lead once again.
The inside's quick, but only if you have some help. And right now, Corey Sherman going it alone on the inside lane. Going to try and get side by side with the 09 of Miller. And Miller cuts the nose off. Oh, Corey Sherman hard into the wall. Oh, big time problems. Lots of cars involved. Too many to count.
Yeah, the 9 of Nick Okie, the 1, the 53, the
that
41
just took
stop.
Every single member of TNA.
Yep, 44 is in trouble. Man.
Oh boy. Caution on the track. And it was big. Let's go on back and take a peek at it. We see the 3 to the inside of the 1. Corey Sherman, Ty Morosco battling it out for position. Think let it float up just a little high. And then all hell broke loose. Corey Sherman let the smoke out. Let's watch this out of cockpit of Jamie Walker, who was able to get by somehow. He sees it happening, goes way down low, grabs the wall a little bit, and oh man, stays out of the 66 somehow of Jordan McAvoy. Oh boy. Big caution here.
Big caution.
Corey Sherman's going to have at least a half hour as that motor went poof. And what was looking for a great night here for TNA Motorsports just turned sour.
It did, and unfortunately, obviously, the 3 is going to get the EOL for bringing out that caution, Chris. Now, one thing that I do want to mention, if you head on over to SavageEdge.com, Corey's got this cool shirt that's made, and I can't wait for it to be on the store. But it says, "Support your local sim racer." He's going to need it after that because, yeah, I think the damage to the 3 is pretty extensive right now.
I almost want to jump down into their channel, but I'm pretty sure that the words aren't fit for YouTube.
Yeah. We're a PG-13 channel here. We want to keep it that way. I will tell you, because I can look into the in-car cameras, that the gloves are off in the number 3 cockpit.
Again, it was looking like a great night for the 3, the 44. Man, even the 86 was having a good night. Not so anymore.
I think the reason why that accident happened, I swear that I saw Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s hand move towards the steering wheel. I think he was trying to give the Shermanator some, giving some advice.
No, he wouldn't give bad advice like that.
I think he just wanted to drive. Let me show you how it's done. Support your local iRacers. That is the shirt that I need to get. That's my next order from SavageEdge.com. And I'm excited to see, Chris, because my checkered pass, I asked for something to be special about it. It's going to be customized. Ooh, and the one of Ty Morosco is in the infield care center, Chris. With the lights off on the pace car. I don't know if you want to wait until we get going. Okay.
Yeah, no, let's wait. We can bring them up, but we're just going to have them stand by. I want to get this one back underway before we get a word in with Ty Morosco. So, Ty, if you could just stand by for a moment.
Yeah, I got you guys. We're good.
All right, this one's changed, and it's changed big time. James Miller, Josh Klinger, the 14 of David Seats, your top 3. John Perkins to his outside. And in 5th spot, it's going to be, I believe, Matt Hackathorn once he gets in line. of drivers not making it back out on track. I will say this, though. Terry Foster, Aaron Bockover did make it back out. So did Ian Habiak, who was also tied in with that. Saw Jamie Walker get a little piece of it as well. All right, pace car is about to make that hard left-hand turn. Here we go, back under the green flag, and James Miller hits the loud pedal. Josh Klinger on the outside, trying to hold on, can't do it. The 09, a full head of steam. Heading into turn number 1, it's going to be Miller, Klinger, and Perkins. And on the bottom side, it looks like Dave Seats putting a little pressure on the 33. All right, Ty, you've been more than patient with us, and I thank you for that. We had to get this thing back under the green flag. And
right now.
My goodness, caution back out, buddy. Stand by.
Caution.
Oh my goodness. Caution again here at Pocono. And it looks like a couple of drivers are involved. And it looks like it could have been Terry Foster. Oh, Terry gets into McAvoy. McAvoy gets into the 44, the 53. So if those cars weren't done before,
They are now.
they probably are now.
It looks like Terry's good though.
Yeah, Terry can be called a lot of things, but good? I don't know. That's a stretch.
Terry's
car. Oh, okay.
I have a feeling it's being held together by the taffy right now.
Yeah, Sam looks pretty beat up, and a bunch of other cars. That sucks.
Right now, Terry's just trying to get away from Aaron. I'm pretty sure about that. All right,
Yeah.
Ty, you've been, again, more than patient here. Not only did you have to wait for a green flag, but then you had to wait through a caution. My goodness. Listen, man, the one car, it took a beating right there. And
yeah, got pounded pretty hard.
I don't even know if I should ask, but are you going to be able to make it back out on track? And if so, what do you have left under the hood?
We'll see what the MF Racing Designs Ford Mustang team has for us. We'll see if we can get back out there. Don't know what much car will be left when I get back out there, if I do. But and I'm not even mad. I'm just really disappointed going into that tunnel turn and thinking on the high side. You know, I thought I left enough room, and you know, the 3 car just pushed up into me, and it wrecked a lot of guys. And I'm sorry that happened for a lot of guys, but I'm not even pissed. I'm just disappointed because we were looking to have a good run tonight.
Yeah, you were looking really strong tonight, and you're right. It was honest to God push. It was not anything more than that. It was more of a racing deal than anything. But it is what it is, and you know, a push can be fixed by slowing down a little bit typically. So a real bummer for you, but you said you are going to try and make it back out.
Yeah, I'm going to try to make it back out. We're going to try to gain whatever we can do, but a lot of guys are getting torn up tonight, so I might have a chance to gain a few spots.
I think we should. Yeah.
Maybe nights like these make me want to, you know, bring out the old Tony Stewart broadcast from Talladega, how we should run it backwards and destroy all these cars. But I won't say that. We'll be fine, and we'll get back out there, try to gain as much spots if we can. If not, then you know, we'll just get out there and just run laps, just that loyalty, you know.
Out of loyalty, I understand. All right, brother. Well, good luck to you the rest of the way.
Yeah, thank you guys.
All right, Tom Roscoe taking time out of repairing his race car to get it back out on track to stop in with Rick and I. And Rick, this one, it really is kind of turning into a bit of a slobber knocker out there.
Yeah, it really is. Now, Chris, of course, while you were talking and interviewing Ty Morosco there out of the Infield Care Center, I got to listen into race control, and of course, that is going to go on the 86. There was a little bit of net code, but it was close enough that Mark felt that Terry floated up just a little bit too far, and exactly what we saw. So an unfortunate night here for TNA Motorsports.
Yeah.
And just remember, folks, if you're looking for a driver, there is nobody out there cheaper than the 86 because he will race for Taffy.
He will race for Taffy. True enough. All right. And it looks like he is on his way back out onto the track. So Terry going to try and stay on the lead lap.
Well, you know why, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I absolutely know why. And he doesn't care now if he only goes 5 miles an hour around this track. He is going to do it.
As long as Backover stays out, he's okay.
He has taken everybody else out. The banner will be his if only he can keep the thing going straight. I think if I were Corey and Amanda and Aaron, I think they should just give us the banner and call it a day.
I know. I think we tried that once before. It didn't work. I mean, in all due respect, and I do say this with all due respect, Mr. Bennett, shake and bake.
Shake and bake.
But you know, Terry, he's got to be careful because he's missed a few races this season. TNA has already been on his case. They got Jamie Walker down there, and I think what's going on is they're thinking, you know, unless Terry gets a banner, that the 88 is going to be taking over the 86 spot. The 88 is going to have to go somewhere else. And I don't know. So I think the 86, he needs this banner. Oh boy, Aaron Bach over in the infield care center. Oh boy.
All right, let's same thing as last time. We'll get him up here and just ask him to hold. Aaron, we got you. Just hold on one moment. We got to get this thing fired back up under green. And Aaron says, okay. All right, so James Miller, Josh Klinger, your front row. John Perkins, Dave Seats, break up row number 2. Matt Hackathorn and Joshua Rutherford, row 3. Pace car takes the left-hand turn. Green flag waves one more time here at Pocono. And just like the last time, James Miller shot out of a cannon. All right, well, joining us now, the driver of the number 44, Aaron Backover. And Aaron, I know you have to be disappointed in that car, but moreover, you have to be disappointed with who just took you out.
Yeah, yes. I saw my teammate going across the track there and just couldn't do anything to avoid him. Just like that first accident, just the track closed up, had nowhere to go.
I always thought as
I was trying. I thought I had a good strategy for tonight, but TNA team isn't having a good night at all tonight, it doesn't appear.
well, no, it's not. I mean, right now, Terry Foster would actually be bringing home the banner.
Oh, that's really a bad night then.
Now, there is a saving grace out there. It's Amanda, but she's got to catch up the laps.
Yeah,
So,
I know she's down on power, so I don't think she's going to have much of a finish tonight either.
yeah, but it is possible. She's got to do 9 laps to beat Terry.
Well, the damage Terry has, he may end up with a blown motor like Corey and I.
Okay, fair enough. All right, Bubba, who do you got to thank on the 44 after this, well, kind of horrible night for you? No doubt about that.
I want to thank TRJ Karting and Tim for everything they do. He does a lot for the league. You guys up there in the booths, you guys do an awesome job. We tell you that all the time, but you guys are the best out there. Yes, Mark, and I guess he's got Jason up there in race control with him tonight. So, Butt Kicker, make sure you visit them and use the code Blazing, get 20% off. And I think that's it. Am I missing anybody, guys? I would thank my teammates, but since my teammates are taking me out tonight.
Yeah, I wouldn't bother thanking them. Maybe throw out something to MF Racing Designs, but I know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know your paint is not from them, but what the heck? Might as well.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll take up everything else with the team tomorrow night on Shop Talk. And Michael Falk's going to be one of our guests, so make sure you tune in on TNA Shop Talk on Facebook.
There you go. You're pretty good at this, Aaron. You should do it more often.
I'm trying. I don't like talking to you guys in the middle of the race. You know that.
No, I know, buddy. All right. Well, is the 44 going to even bother trying to come back out tonight, or are we going to pack it up tonight?
Oh no, I'll be back out there. Got to get them valuable points, you know.
All right. Sounds good, bud.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right. Aaron Bockover, driver of the number 44, stopping in with us tonight, and that means he's having a bad night. Right now, though, we're having a good night out on the racetrack because we got a little battle going on between John Perkins and Dave Seats. Dave Seats down on the inside trying to take away a spot. John Perkins being scored right now in the 4th position. And here comes the Soul Stealer and TBB right behind him. We'll add a couple more.
Ooh, 3 wide, Chris. 3
Oh,
wide.
no. Don't do it. Not tonight. Well, they're doing it anyway.
And Jamie Walker's like, you know what? This inside lane's mine. The 66 Jordan McAvoy, he's like, nope, this is mine. And the Soul Stealer's up there doing his thing too. And Chris, we have another driver in the TRJ Karting Infield Care Center.
Oh, no. All right. Well,
Corey Sherman, the driver of the number 3 Savage Edge graphics machine. You got Rick Chris up in the booth. You got a copy, brother?
Yeah, this is like TNA Shop Talk up here, right?
It is. Yeah, I thought it was Monday already. I already know what's going on, man. Is Terry getting kicked out tonight or what?
I don't know. I don't know if Aaron's made the final decision yet or not, but we'll see in our pre-race meeting.
That's one that I want to. I think I want to jump into because it's going to be a good shop talk tomorrow anyway. But I think tonight might even be better. But what's going on with the 3?
I think I still got about 15 or 20 minutes left on my repairs. I had 32 required, then 11 optional. So, yeah, I'm just sitting here waiting for this to get fixed up.
Well, I'm not going to lie. I was looking in the in-car camera there right before all that happened, and I swear, I know it's hard for you to see with your VR on, but I swear I saw Dale Sr.'s arm move and try to grab your wheel. Is that what happened?
I believe so. I think I have to move the stand up a little bit farther away.
Just a little bit. Hey, listen, is there anybody out there that you want to thank there on the number 3?
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to apologize to Ty there because I pushed up a little bit. I was trying to double step my tires and had a little game plan going on with fuel strategy, but that didn't work out, and it sucks that it happened at the worst possible spot and took out half the field. But yeah, the guys, go to savageedge.com. We have a bunch of new shirts up there right now, so yeah, go check those out. Thank all the guys in TNA, and my wife Amanda, I think she's the only one running right now, but Jamie's still out there, so I'll help him a little bit, and Amanda, but she said she was only doing 164 tops.
Ooh.
And and TRJ Karting for sponsoring the league. You guys doing the broadcast. Mark and I guess Jason's up there tonight doing race control, so those guys too, and butt kicker.
All right, brother. Well, hopefully we see you back out there, man, and good luck. And we'll definitely tune in tomorrow on Orange Shop Talk.
Yeah, there probably won't be too many highlights.
Well, there's a couple for you.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Good luck.
All right, thanks, guys.
all right. Then it's Corey Sherman, driver of the number 3. And Rick, we have a new race leader. It is Matt Hackathorn. Josh Klinger is in 2nd. And TBB, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, holding on to 3rd. So James Miller is back into the 17th position, and it looks like he came down pit road, and that's what put him back there. But I don't know if these guys are going to actually have to. Oh,
Yeah, that's
well,
the
just
end of
like that,
stage
stage 2 is done. Well, okay, there goes that. And this whole stage was kind of a mess. So, well, congratulations to Matt Hackathorn's first stage win for him. Josh Klinger in 2nd, TBB 3rd, Dave Seats, Dalton Kilrow, your top 5. Oh, what a race this is turning into.
Yeah, it's Pocono. They don't call it the tricky triangle for just no reason, Chris. It is tricky.
It's very, very true, my friend. That is very true. Well, congratulations once again, though, because Matt Hackathorn, boy, he's been out there every week, and to finally get a podium, at least in a stage, was a pretty big deal. So congratulations to him.
Definitely. I mean, that's one big step to get that monkey off the back, Chris, and it's good to see the 84 up there.
All right, as he tries to chase down the pace car, let's take a look around the field a little bit, because it's going to start getting to the point in the field where there's going to be certain cars who have seen better days. Ty Morosco is back out there in the one machine, the 61 out there. So good job for Ty Morosco's team to get him back out there. Although you can see way more of the engine than normal.
That's just for airflow. It's all good.
Terry Foster hasn't blown it up yet and continues to lead the way for TNA. Nico Kie, he was involved in a good one. As with Sam Baumgarten, they're back out there. Mike Hamlin was also involved. Kind of missing a hood. And Amanda Sherman out there. I think what she needs to do is catch Terry and just dump him.
I would.
All right, congratulations once again to the top 5 here at stage number 2 as they come down pit road. We're going to step away for just a moment, and when we come back, it'll be the 3rd and final stage here at Pocono.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
And back live here at Pocono, getting ready to start stage number 3 here tonight. Pace car lights are off, and James Miller did not have to come down pit road, so he's the race leader. Josh Klinger beat Matt Hackathorn out, gives him 2nd spot. Hackathorn in 3rd. TBB, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, going to restart in the 4th spot. Jamie Miller, Ian Habiuk make up row number 3. Philip Van Vliet, Dalton Kilrow, row 4. Dave Seats and Brian Dees, row number 5, as we get ready to go back under the green flag. I want to thank everybody once again for tuning in to the Turn 3 Racing Network. You're watching the Blazing Pedals Xfinity Series, race number 18 of the season. It's been a wild one here so far tonight. Pace car going to take that hard left-hand turn, and the green flag ready to roll. And it does. James Miller, your race leader, punches the loud pedal. We're back under green. And the Pocono spread is on. Matt Hackathorn works his way past Josh Klinger, pick up second spot. Jamie Walker up to fourth, PBB in fifth. The Soul Stealer, Brian Dees, to the inside, trying to pick one up over Philip Van Vliet. 2x2 action going on throughout the track as PBB goes past Jamie Walker. So the Butcher looking to move forward. Walker does have some damage on that car. Might be slowing him up just a little bit. Here comes Brian Dees to the inside of Walker now. And Taylor Butcher Benjamin looking to the inside of Klinger. He's got the 17 and the 41 right behind him. The 17 moves back up to the top side of the track. Side by side action. A battle for fourth spot between Brian Dees and Taylor Butcher Benjamin, and it's all done.
Now Dees using that inside lane to get around the 20 of Josh Klinger, Chris, to move up into third position. He's bringing Dalton Kilroy in the 41 right along with him. And yeah, definitely Jamie Walker's 88 MF Racing Design New Crew machine is having some issues, Chris. He has fallen back to 8th place right now as the 66 of Jordan McAvoy gets around him.
And I'm just looking at a couple of possibilities, and
Oh, three wide. Oh,
oh,
Jamie
Walker gets loose.
Good save by the 88.
Oh my. Jamie Walker holding on to it. And here comes Rick Thompson down to the inside in front of him. I haven't called out Rick Thompson's number very often tonight, but he is silently getting around this track.
Ooh, I think the Butcher might have gotten into the wall, Chris, because he's fallen down now in 12th position.
So some of this is different tire strategies. I'm going to say that. But we heard from the 3, Corey Sherman. Old tires aren't friendly here.
No, they're not.
Back up front, James Miller, your race leader. He's starting to run away with it just a little bit. Second spot belongs to the Soul Stealer. He's about 8/10, almost 9/10 of a second behind James Miller. And that gap is starting to close down just a little bit. Behind the Soul Stealer is Captain Save Fuel, Dalton Kilroy. Next time by makes it 40 to go. "40 laps to go here at Pocono." Joshua Sexton right on the back door of Philip Van Vliet, trying to poke a nose in on the inside. And he get around him. He's got the momentum. He's just trying to hold on to it.
And he's got the new tires also, Chris. That's one thing about the 89 Kool-Aid machine on old tires right now.
All right, well, Joshua Sexton makes him clear, and here comes Rick Thompson. Thompson going to try and do the same thing he does. It's TVB working the inside now, so Van Vliet going backwards. Back up towards the front. We've got a battle for the race lead. It's a three-way battle between James Miller, Brian Dees, and Dalton Kilroe. James Miller protecting the bottom side of the track. And look how close those two drivers got. Oh boy, they're door to door for second.
I mean, Miller making that 09 as wide as he can possibly make it, Chris, to try to take up both lanes. Now Dalton Kilroe working that inside lane on Brian Dees. Whoa, boy.
Dalton Kilroe holding on to that bottom lane right down to the yellow line. Now on the rumble strips. A little bit low there for the 41. He's going to come out a little bit on the slow side as we go under the yellow flag once again here at Pocono. And it looks like it may have been Corey Rutherford. Let's go back and take a peek. Corey Rutherford looking on the inside of the 6 machine. And he got a tap. Derek Paulson gave him a tap. Let's go back once again. We got around Paulson, and then Paulson finishes the job. And the 55 at least stays off from the inside retaining wall. So pretty sure I know how that one's gonna go.
I mean, if it was me, I'd black flag Terry Foster. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well,
I'm just kidding.
Here's the funny thing about that. Terry Foster, I think, is the first guy 1 lap down. He's going to get a lap back.
He is.
And then he's only going to be 1 lap down. And everybody else coming down pit road. I think some guys that stayed out on older tires were like, yep, nope, thank you. So Terry Foster is going to go around the pace car.
And your prediction was right. The 6 of Derek Paulson going to be getting the EOL.
It's one thing I don't really like being right about, but it was obvious, you know. You have to do it. All right. Well, under caution one more time. We're going to step away for just a couple minutes. We will be right back. Back live here at Pocono, and we've got a new race leader. It's the Soul Stealer, the 17 of Brian Dees. Dees opting for the outside lane. The 41 of Dylan Kilrow going to start to the inside. Behind them, Dave Seats going to restart in third with Joshua Sexton in fourth. And then it's going to be the 66 of Jordan McAvoy with Joshua Rutherford to the outside. All right. 45 laps to go when we take the green flag.
Winding down quick, that's for sure.
Looks like Corey Sherman is back out on track. And Terry Foster's just one lap away from being on the lead lap. Will he get a caution? Will he create a caution? We don't know. Pace car takes the hard left-hand turn and green flag waves. Here we go. Live from Pocono. Once again, Brian Dees with a shot out of the cannon. He is gone.
He is gone.
And the cars behind him feathering out, as they so often do here at Pocono. Such a wide racetrack. The battle right now looks like it is going to be for the 5th spot, as Jordan McAvoy settles in. And here comes James Miller. Miller out of the 6th spot, looking to make it 5th, and he's going to do it. Oh, look at him dive that thing in. My gosh, is that a rough drive. Wow. Super aggressive out of the 9 car. New tires. Gotta be. Checking on the time for James Miller, and yes, he definitely has new tires on there.
Yes.
I don't know how you could try and pull that without it. And look at the Soul Stealer trying to break the draft. Inside, outside, inside, outside. And it's working a little bit. There's a little separation between himself and Dylan Kilrow. Joshua Sexton in third. James Miller battling it out right now with Dave Seats for the 4th spot. And heading into turn 2, he's going to take it away. So Miller right now, the fast man on track. In fact, last lap, he was quicker than the leader.
Of course, Brian Dees, Dalton Kilrow, and Josh Sexton blast down on pit road on lap 53, fuel only, so it won't be long before the 09 is tracking down top 2. As you see, he's working the inside right now, the 51 MF Racing Designs machine of Sexton. As they head into 2, he's going to clear him.
So James Miller back up to the 3rd spot. And the question starts becoming, how much longer before those tires start to equalize with what's out there ahead of him? Or will he get a chance to use them? We're going to find out here in probably like 4 laps. It's going to be quick, maybe 3. As the 17 and the 41 starting to catch the draft of the 9 of Nick Okie. Nick Okie down on speed, down on laps, moves out of the way. And the 41 of Dalton Kilrow riding the back bumper of the Soul Stealer. All of that and saving fuel at the same time. We hop into the cockpit of Dalton Kilrow. Brad Collins out in chat. How you doing, Brad? Let me see that on
See you,
track.
buddy.
Dalton Kilrow being very patient with a 17 right in front of him. Meanwhile, James Miller right behind him. John Perkins was able to get around Sexton for 4th spot. Well, hopefully you get home soon, bud. Matt Hackathorn trying to get around the 76 of Rick Thompson. So winner of stage 2 is moving back up through the field. $30 laps to go right now. Brian Dees, the sole stealer, your race leader. Dalton Kilrow, James Miller, your top 3. John Perkins and Joshua Sexton rounding out the top 5. Then it's Dave Seats, Jordan McAvoy, Jamie Walker, Matt Hackathorn, and Rick Thompson to round out the top 10. It's been a night here. And some of these guys just want to get this one done. There are a lot of drivers out there with beat up cars. As we head into turn 1. And James Miller is on the inside of the 41, looking to try and take away 2nd spot.
And you know who's wishing these laps would click down a little faster, Chris? It's the soul stealer, the 17 of Brian Dees right now, 9th in points right now. So he has made the cutoff so far. I mean, this is something that we haven't really talked much about, but we are on race number, 18 of the series and of the season. And I believe at 26 is the last regular season race, and then we go into the playoffs. So Brian Dees locking in a win here. That would just be a huge thing that he wouldn't have to worry about it for that first round.
Oh man, sorry to hear about Hank's grandmother.
Yes, very, very sorry. Cast and family is definitely in our thoughts and prayers.
Dee's doing a good job trying to hold on to that race lead. He's breaking the draft every chance he can. And it is a 4-car shootout right now, as John Perkins has caught the top 3. Chevy, Toyota, Ford, your top 4.
And Miller's still putting pressure on the 41 at Kilrow. And there he goes. Now he's going to take over 2nd position as Miller finally gets away around the 41. But for how long? The 41 battling back now on the inside.
Yeah, it's a good battle for 2nd spot as the 41 puts the fender back in, heading in to the corner, now back out, and they are tied right up here on turn 3.
And that's exactly what Brian Dees wants to see. Let him race it out.
Yeah, the longer they stay side by side, the better it is for Brian Dees. And looks like we had Randy McAvoy have a problem, but able to get off the track, stay under the green flag, and good deal for everybody out there. Oh, your grandmother, Brad. I am so sorry. Well, best wishes to your family, my friend. And yeah, that's horrible.
Oh, he meant to say thanks. Okay, that's cool. Brad, sorry to hear that, brother.
James Miller trying to work the inside of Dolan Kilrose. These two have been battling really solidly for a couple of laps now. Let's see if 41 can get underneath him again. Not this time. 25 laps to go. Dees leads the way. Brian Dees is a different driver this year than he was in past seasons. He's been very consistent. Consistency will get you into the championship run. Will it be enough to get you a win here tonight?
He's hoping so. Chris said earlier that the 61 Randy McAvoy having an issue. That issue was the motor in that Toyota Supra expiring there. So Randy McAvoy down into 19th position right now on pit road. We'll see if he gets back out there with a new motor, but unfortunately the 61 motor has expired.
And here we go. James Miller looking for the race lead with 24 laps to go. And Brian Dees can't do a thing about it. Dees has to let him go. James Miller, your race leader. Caution on the track. Caution on the track. And I believe that may have been Amanda Sherman who was taking the short way around the track. Let's find out what happened here. Amanda was on the short run. Looks like she was slowing down. Oh, she stopped. Oh.
Yeah, I think just her stopping iRacing thought that she was still technically on the racing surface, even though that is the service road.
Yep. Well, that's going to change things. 23 laps to go. And James Miller going nice and slow to try and let the pace car catch back up. Well, of all the cautions, I was the only one that didn't cause somebody to get hurt.
Well, I mean, 23 laps left to go, Chris. There's going to be one thing that we're going to learn tomorrow. We're going to learn if the 88 is a bona fide member of TNA. Because technically speaking, if he is, he's down in the channel. It hasn't been said that he was yet, but he's technically, if he is, running in 10th, he is the highest member. So he would, in fact, have the banner. I think Terry didn't think of that.
Well, Terry Foster again is going to get a lap back. It's going to put him one down again. He did come down pit road, and that is why he was back down 2 laps again. Matt Hackathorn looking like he's going to stay out, though. So Hackathorn would be the race leader. Let's see. Hackathorn last on pit road, lap 53. He's going to have to stop. There's no way he's going to make it. All right.
Yeah, last time Hackathon was down on pit road, Chris, lap 53. So maybe he thinks he has enough. Well, it's gonna get interesting.
Well, if there's some more cautions, maybe, but there would have to be. Well, we're going to step away one more time here, and when we come back, it'll be about 20 laps to go.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
iRacing, you wanted the best, you got them four abreast, often imitated, never duplicated, the greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
And we're back live here at Pocono. And when we go back under the green flag, it will be 20 laps to go. Matt Hackathorn, your race leader. Jamie Walker going to restart to his outside in second spot. Brian Dees, James Miller, third and fourth. Jordan McAvoy, Ian Habiak, fifth and sixth. Great job for Ian getting back to his starting spot, sixth spot. Then Stalin Kilroe, John Perkins, Josh Sexton, and Josh Klinger. Little gamesmanship being played at the front as we go back under the green flag. Matt Hackathorn with a great start. And we're 3 wide for second place.
Oh boy.
Jamie Walker to the outside, Brian Dees to the inside, and it's settled out as James Miller launches to second place.
Now we know the 09 was fast with those new tires, Chris. We'll see what he can do here. But man, here comes Brian Dees looking on the inside of the 09. Ooh.
Brian Dees looking for second spot. Meanwhile, behind them, Jordan McAvoy and Jamie Walker getting it on. McAvoy going to have the advantage. Jamie Walker on old tires, I can tell you that for sure. Somebody on pit road just went boom. I heard it. Matt Hackathorn, race leader. James Miller, Brian Dees, second and third. Brian Dees maybe a little bit quicker right now than James Miller, but he can't find a way around. He goes down to the inside. Brian Dees launches himself down low. Brian Dees going to take away second spot.
Man, he hit the NOS button there, didn't he?
Man, he did something because he ain't done yet. Back down to the inside he goes. Looking for the race lead is Brian Dees. Hackathorn way outside, and James Miller going to take advantage. So Hackathorn like that goes from first to third.
And he might not be done, Chris, as the 66 Jordan McAvoy starting to peak there on the inside.
Jordan McAvoy has third by a nose. And here comes the 41. Hackathorn going backwards. Dalton Kilroe now launches himself into the fourth position.
Dalton did a good job there in turn number 2, using that inside lane to keep that momentum going, Chris. So he has passed Hackathorn. Now here comes the 33 of John Perkins. Yeah, Hackathorn definitely in trouble. Here comes the 51 of Josh Sexton.
It may not be over for Hackathorn yet.
No.
Dave
Whoa, 3
Seats
wide behind
now
those
in.
guys. Holy cow. Josh Klinger, Ian Habiuk, and Jamie Walker. They got it figured out there, but woo.
Ian Habiuk trying to hold on for a top 10. Josh Klinger gonna go around him on the inside. That'll put Habiuk to 10th spot if he's able to do it.
And it looks like Brian D starting to check out on the field, Chris. He's like, bye, guys.
Yeah, Brian Dees got about a second lead now over the rest of the field. And with those fresh tires, he is feeling like, well, I can't say Superman because that's
You can't.
DC. I don't know. Who's the Marvel Studios equivalent to Superman?
Spider-Man?
No, I don't know.
Spider-Man's cooler than Superman anyway. Captain America, the Hulk, Iron Man,
Iron Man. Let's go with Iron Man.
Thor, Deadpool.
Well, Deadpool is on the back deck. Nonetheless, it is Brian Dees leading the way. The gap now 1.35 seconds at the line. And the 17 is doing a fantastic job right now. Here comes the 09 of James Miller. He's still in second spot with Jordan McAvoy. And behind him in third, Dalton Kilroe. Going to try find his way to the back bumper of McAvoy, but he's got a little bit of a gap to make up, about 9/10 of a second, as the field is really spread out here in this final 15 laps. Oh, here comes Dave Seats. Seats putting pressure on last season's champion. And at the line, it's going to be Dalton Kilroe. Matt Hackathorn, who started this after the caution in first place, has fallen all the way back to the 17th position. So those tires absolutely destroying him. And in fact, Brian Dees is right to the rear of him. He's probably going to go down a lap before the end of this race.
I'm thinking with 13 left to go, Chris, I think that's a big possibility.
So it's Dees, Miller, McAvoy, your top three.
And David Seats in fourth, Dalton Kilrow rounding up the top five, Joshua Sexton, John Perkins, Rick Thompson, Josh Klinger, and Ian Hayden rounding up that top 10. Chris, I heard earlier, Jamie Walker, we talked about his damage and how that might be hurting the 88. It definitely is. A few laps ago, he radioed into to his other drivers that he was talking with and told Rick Thompson to go ahead, go by, because the damage is just too much there for the 88. So Rick Thompson getting up into that 8th position, able to get around Jamie Walker. Joshua Rutherford, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, Derek Paulson, Philip Van Vliet, Corey Rutherford, and Matt Hackthorne down to 17th. We talked about that. Right now, the 84, the last car on the lead lap. Then you got Terry Jatapi Foster. Corey Rutherford, Randy McAvoy.
All eyes on the 17 as he has 12 laps to go here at Pocono.
The 2.5 lead right now on James Miller.
Rick, we were talking about his championship hopes. It doesn't feel like all that long ago. There's one surefire way to make sure you're going to be in the championship run, and that is to win a race in the regular season.
You're absolutely right, Chris.
With 11 laps to go, slight damage to the right rear. Brian Dees is trying to make it happen here tonight.
I'm just looking through the races of the chase right now. Matt Grunberg obviously has won the most races here so far in Blazing Pedals this season, so he is locked in. Derek Paulson, Dalton Kilrow, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Jamie Walker. Brian Dees hoping to add his name to that list. Although, like I said, he's sitting in 9th in points, so technically he would make the cut if the regular season was to end tonight, but of course it doesn't.
No,
have a few races to go.
And you're leaving things to chance if you do it that way.
Exactly. Looks like only 8 weeks left to go, Chris, till the end of the regular season. Of course, tonight we are at the Tricky Triangle here in Pocono. Next week, on August 15th, we're going to be heading to Indy for a fun race there. Then Kentucky to my, well, I guess now my new favorite track, New Hampshire, since I got that free vacation on August 29th. August 12th, we're going to be heading to Michigan for the second time this season. That's going to be a good one. Then you got the Watkins Glen on the September 19th, Dover, Daytona, and then ending the regular season October 10th at Darlington. And then the next week we start the round of 16. That's going to be October 17th, the day after I'm old. We're going to be doing some Richmond short track racing.
So a lot of racing left to go, but the regular season coming to a close.
And it goes quick. I mean, you sit there, you think 8 weeks from now, that's nothing. But that goes quick, very quick.
James Miller trying to do everything he can to catch the race leader, but that gap is growing. And Dalton Kilrow trying to take away third spot, and he does. So Kilrow back up into the top 3. He went down to the inside of Dave Seats, and Seats couldn't handle it. And I believe somebody out there is saving fuel. I just heard it.
Jordan McAvoy?
I don't know. Let's hop in with David Seats, shall we? not Dave Cease. It is Jordan McAvoy. Rick, you were just kidding. Or were you?
I can't say if I was or not.
Jordan McAvoy clutching that 66 into every corner. So he is worried about fuel.
No, he's only got to worry about it for 6 more laps, Chris.
And Dalton Kilrow
Or 7 laps.
does what Dalton Kilrow does best. Shuts the engine down, brings it back to life, fires it down the stretch. And then shuts it down again. What's James Miller up to? Same thing. James Miller clutching that car.
What's the Soul Stealer doing?
On board with the Soul Stealer. He crosses the start finish line. And that would be why his lead is growing. The Soul Stealer thinking he's got enough fuel to make it. All right, well, cat's out of the bag for at least the top 4 drivers. Joshua Rutherford running in the 5th spot. John Perkins, Joshua Sexton. Rick Thompson. The Butcher, Taylor Butcher Benjamin. And looks like Dave Seats may have come down pit road. Yeah, he did. That's not a good sign for our race leader.
No, Chris, last time by the start finish line, Brian Dees right now heading into turn 2, so you can tell how far along ago that was. But the flagman holding up the 5 fingers to Brian Dees, letting him know 5 laps left. This could get very interesting.
There are a few drivers a little further back that have come down pit road, and it starts with Jamie Walker, who came down on lap number 80.
Ooh, Brian Dees pulling off.
Brian Dees gives up the race lead. Big deal there. Now the pressure goes to James Miller. Brian Dees not going to be able to make it. James Miller assumes the race lead, and he's got Dalton Kilrow in 2nd place. And let's face it, if anybody can make it here, it's going to be Dalton Kilrow. Although James Miller has been doing a good job of saving fuel. I mean, we saw that gap, Rick. It was big gap, and that's because Miller was saving gas. Did he save enough?
Well, that's going to be the question here, Chris. 4 laps left to go.
Oh, he's saving
Miller.
Even more
Saving
now.
Still, yeah. Well, he can. Dalton Kilrow is still 4 seconds behind him, so plenty of time for James Miller to save.
That car isn't going to make it. I'm going to tell you right now, that car will not make it 4 more laps around this 2.5 mile track. Not if he's having to push the clutch in where he is.
Brian D still on pit road, Chris.
Something going on with the D's pit stop. As James Miller tries to save enough fuel, Dalton Kilrow starts to close in the gap just a little bit. What once was a 4-second gap is now a 3-second gap.
Yeah, and falling quick there, 41. He's still saving a little bit, but not as hard as Miller is.
Yeah, Miller is in trouble. I don't think Miller started saving fuel as soon as Dalton did. And it is going to be close for him.
Well, here's the thing, too. Last time Dalton Kilroy was down on pit road, Chris, lap 69. Last time James Miller on pit road, lap 68.
2 laps to go. And Kilroy has at least one more lap on James Miller based on that information. But Kilroy's still saving fuel. He is getting onto the throttle way sooner than James Miller, and he's got to be seeing that.
Well, it definitely is. Now that gap, oh boy. Down below 2 seconds, Chris. Almost 1.5. Dalton Kilroy is making moves up towards the front.
Yeah, what Kilroy needs to do is he needs to get on the back bumper of James Miller and force him to race. Turn 3 next time by. 1 more lap to go. And here it is. You either have enough or you don't. James Miller, Dalton Kilroy, your top 2. And James Miller is done saving fuel. He's got to go. He knows it now. The question is, did he let Dalton Kilroy in a little too close before he went? Turn 2 for the last time. James Miller still saving fuel. Dalton Kilroy right to the back bumper. Dalton Kilroy's going to go around. Dalton Kilroy is going to win this race. The 09 is out of gas. So Dalton Kilroy does it on fuel one more time. And James Miller comes home in second. Joshua Rutherford, a great run out of the 55, brings it home in third. Wow.
Double wow.
We'll see if the 41 can at least make it back to the start-finish line as we start getting ready for post-race interviews. The 41 trying to make it back to the start-finish line. Rick Thompson out of fuel on the track.
Yeah, Paulson ran out also. Josh Klinger, he's out.
Well, he saved enough fuel to run a couple of donuts. All right, waiting to see if James Miller will join us here or not. And I'm going to go with, let's go ahead and do third place finisher, Rick.
Joshua Rutherford, driver of the number 5 Mullet Music Productions machine. You got Rick Chris up in the booth. You got a copy, brother?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, what an outstanding race are you guys tonight.
Yeah, I know, right? First, I want to put out an apology to anyone that was involved in the first wreck. That was all my fault. I especially want to apologize to the 28 because I know I ruined his night. So sorry about that. But other than that, once we got that last caution, I'm like, I was able to do 20 laps in practice clutching the car, and amazingly clutching the car, I was still able to pass my way through the field and somehow pulled a third out of it.
Well, you did a fabulous job. I mean, up 10 positions since the drop of the green flag, man. It's pretty exciting to watch you. And yeah, a little early, incident, but it happened early, so it gave you plenty of time, man. So congratulations. Anybody in that 55 you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my dad and my two brothers for supporting me through all of this. CJR Graphics for the amazing paint job that I have. Go check him out on Facebook and Trading Paints. You guys up at Turn 3. Tim with TRJ Karting. Mark, Sam, everyone that helps make Blazing Pedals what it is. Butt Kicker. And then go check out Mullet Music Productions on Facebook and YouTube.
Awesome, man. Congratulations. It was good to see you there on the podium, man. Can't wait to see you. Hopefully you can bring that momentum next week with you.
Hopefully.
And congrats, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Joshua Rutherford, driver of the number 55, bringing it home in third spot tonight, and that leaves us with just one more person to talk to, and he did it again. And he hates this nickname, but, I mean, it's kind of fitting. Captain Save Fuel, Dalton Kilrow, Chris and Rick up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Well, bud, I know you're not a big fan of the Captain Save Fuel moniker, but tonight it really was true. Take me through the last couple of laps.
Well, pretty much. I'm sure you guys noticed, but that entire run, I was just trying to save. I was clutching it in, shutting the car off, and just trying to save absolutely as much as I could. I knew towards the end there, either Brian Dees and Miller, they were either just going to full on send it and not even bother trying, or they would build up that gap and then slow down enough to where they would potentially make it. And that's what Miller did. He was kind of scaring me for a second because I was like, wait, shouldn't he be out by now? And then he started sputtering through 3, and I knew it was go time because I had saved up enough. I just wanted to make sure I had enough. And it almost cost me, because if I hadn't started to go with lap and a half to go, and he wouldn't, he probably would have been able to save enough and would have been able to hold me off. So it was going to be close, but I'm just glad to get it done.
And you definitely did, bud. Congratulations once again. Who do you have on the 41 that you need to thank?
Well, I got to thank Daddy-O's Barbershop. I got to thank TRJKarting.com, Butt Kicker, everybody else at Five Kings Motorsports, all my teammates tonight. We were, Tanner had a little bit of bad luck on his side, unfortunately, and so did a couple other guys getting some damage. But, worked on our strategy together, had some good talks, and got it kind of sorted. I got to thank Raise Energy, FB Button Box, BAM Racing Videos, and everybody out there for tuning in. Hoping we put on a good show. I know that last lap was exciting for me because I was like, oh, I might not win, but it came down to the last corner. And obviously, you guys are doing the broadcast. You kill it every single week, not just with us, but with other leagues too. So yeah.
All right, brother. Well, we appreciate that, and appreciate the show you just put on. It was quite amazing, and you're right. If you didn't go when you went, probably be talking to somebody else right now. But congratulations once again on the race win. The driver of the number 41, it's Dalton Kilrow.
Captain Save Fuel.
Well, whatever you want to call him, Rick. Tonight we're going to call him winner, as he won tonight. And I don't know if he's got any fuel enough to drive it away, so we're going to call that. So night, congratulations goes out again to our top 3. Let's go ahead and bring up the race results. Maybe. Maybe.
Maybe.
Or not. You know, sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. And tonight it won't.
Well, we can just do this. Dalton Kilroy, obviously your winner. James Miller coming in second. Joshua Rutherford in the 55 third. Then it was the 33 of John Perkins, the 89 of Philip Van Vliet rounding out that top five. Taylor Butcher Benjamin in sixth. Eric Paulson seventh, right where he started this race tonight. The 5, Corey Rutherford in eighth position. Joshua Sexton in the 51 in ninth. Rounding out that top 10 is the 88 of Jamie Walker and possibly the banner holder for TNA. We'll find out tomorrow on Facebook on TNA Motorsport Shop Talk. Then Matt Hackathorn finished in 11th with David Seitz in 12th, right where he started the race. Ian Habiak fell down 7 positions to come home in 13th with Rick Thompson in 14th. Jordan McAvoy in 15th. Brian Dees in 16th. Terry the Taffy Man Foster in his 86th in 17th. Josh Klinger in 18th. Corey Sherman 19th. Randy McAvoy in 20th. Nick Okie in 21st. Mike Hamlin in his 28th and 22nd position. Aaron Bachhover finished the 44 and 23rd. With his teammate Amanda Sherman in the 8 car in 24th. Sam Baumgarten finished the night up 2 positions in the 25th position. Ty Morosco 26th. Matt Grunberg in 27th. And of course, we saw Tanner Marr involved in that first caution car, the number 4 car, terribly destroyed, coming home in 28th tonight, Chris.
Well, good job as always, my friend. And thank you all very much for tuning into the Turn 3 Racing Network. This has been live at Pocono Raceway. We'll see you again next Sunday night.